You've just entered a clinic at the American College of Medicine and Education, an institution primarily concerned with medical and research training. You're a white doctor who just started seeing patients and meeting with students. Imagine that this institution looks a bit different than what you're used to, though. Instead of a white majority, white employees only represent approximately 3% of the population. The tables are fully turned, and black people are the majority at this reimagined university. White people aren't just a minority on campus, they're a minority in the city. And as minorities, it's not unusual for individuals in this small population to experience racism. You haven't been here long, though, and you're just finding this out. As a white person, you've now been called racial slurs by complete strangers. You're regularly discriminated against in and out of the clinic, and no matter how hard you work, you know you won't measure up to the people around you. You're a token, which you became aware of when you got here and realized that no other white people are treating patients in your new clinic. In the waiting room, patients who look nothing like you make you start to wonder how you managed to get here in the first place. But you stop yourself from going down that path. You're here because you want to help people be healthy, and you know that the Hippocratic oath you took extends to people who don't look like you. Take a minute to look around by moving your phone or tablet if you're viewing on a mobile device, or by clicking the direction arrows at the top left of the screen.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Emily Thompson. You must be Jamal Anamani.
Emily Thompson. That's a different kind of name. It sounds foreign. Where are you from?
I'm from here, actually, the United States.
No. Where's your family from? What country?
Well, my parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents were all born here, so I'm not entirely sure how to answer your question.
Never mind. I was just curious about where you came from.
Okay. Well, Imani, I understand you haven't been feeling well, and it seems that your biggest trouble is your stomach has been hurting you for quite some time now. What I'd like to do first is ask you a couple of questions, and then I'd like to feel around your stomach.
Oh, she's in a lot of pain. I don't think you should touch her stomach.
I totally understand this isn't a completely comfortable process, but it's important I understand where her pain is and how tender her stomach area is. With this information, it will help me make a better diagnosis. I will be as gentle as possible, but I need to understand what's going on before I send you home.
I just don't feel like that's necessary, and I'm worried you're gonna make it worse. Is there another doctor we can talk to?
If you'd like a second opinion, I can see what I can do, but it's very standard to need to feel the area that seems to be troublesome.
Please get another doctor.
Of course, I'll see what I can do. Oh, Malik, can you help me out for a second? I've got a patient who's asking for a second opinion. The woman is in a substantial amount of abdominal pain, but she won't let me anywhere near her stomach, so I'm not really sure what's going on yet.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I actually just wrapped up with a patient. I can go in now.
Oh, thank you so much. I owe you one.
You're welcome.
Imani, this is Dr. Malik Hakim, and he's going to take a look at your stomach. Would you prefer I not be in here while he's doing his exam?
I'd prefer that you leave, thank you.
Of course.
Okay, Monty. Dr. Thompson may have mentioned that it will be necessary to touch your stomach area a bit so that we may be able to figure out what's going on, okay?
She did, but
We just wanted to get a second opinion because we didn't feel like it was necessary for her to touch her stomach. You're all highly educated doctors, so why can't you just diagnose her based off of what she's saying?
Well, because touching the tender areas helps us better understand what's going on.
Yeah, well, that's what you said, isn't it?
That is what Emily said.
And you're apparently on a first-name basis now.
We just weren't feeling confident with her qualifications, so we appreciate you coming in.
Did she say something that concerned you?
It wasn't what she said, it's just she looks so young. I can't even bring myself to refer to her as doctor. I don't want some fresh out of school kid feeling on my wife's stomach making her feel worse.
I feel the same. She's practically a child.
So you're a child now. This day is not getting better.
Dr. Thompson is actually a highly competent doctor who was recruited by a number of medical institutions. She's one of the best in her field. I'd see her if I could.
You just never know with these people. They get through school based off of being minorities, so are they even as good as black doctors? Are they even trained correctly? What school did she even go to? Was it accredited? She wouldn't even tell us where she came from. So she's able to actually practice medicine in this country?
Oh, I assure you that every doctor in this clinic is highly trained, and that training comes from accredited institutions. Look, we only hire individuals that follow our strict guidelines for personal care. But since I'm here now, let me go ahead and give your stomach a feel so that we can better figure out what's going on. I promise I'll be gentle.
Okay, since I have to. And I assume you're trained.
Well, there you have it. You look too young, so you can't possibly be qualified. And even if you are qualified, you're not as qualified as the black doctors around you. They got here on intelligence, skill, talent. But your patients think you only got here because of your white skin. That's frustrating because, in reality, you're one of the top specialists in your field in the country. So why is Malik seen as appropriately trained, but you're not when you're actually better trained than he is? Whether it's true or not, you're going to be seen as underqualified simply because you are the lone white person amongst a crowd of black people. Better brace yourself. That was only your first patient. It's going to be a long day.